7 fruits that can transform your health after 60. Fruit number 5 is the most shocking. Have you ever stopped to think about why some people age with vitality while others live tired, sick, and without energy? Is there a simple secret that is going unnoticed? What if that secret is literally on your plate? Most people have no idea of the impact that food has on the way the body ages. Did you know that there are fruits with proven power to protect the brain, strengthen the heart, and even improve mood? Science has already shown that, after the age of 60, our body undergoes silent changes that require more intelligence in the choice of food. But after all, what happens to the body after 60? If you want to live longer, and with quality, what will be revealed below can change your relationship with food forever. Let's get started. What really happens to your body after 60? From the age of 60, the body enters a phase of profound transformations. Many of these changes are silent, but they directly affect health, disposition, and quality of life. Metabolism slows down, causing digestion to slow down and nutrient absorption to be less efficient. This digestive slowness can interfere with how the body enjoys essential vitamins and minerals. Collagen production decreases considerably, impacting bones, joints, and even skin firmness. The result of this is pain, loss of elasticity, and a higher risk of fractures. Muscle mass also tends to decrease, and with it comes the loss of strength and balance. This loss, called sarcopenia, can increase the risk of falls and reduce mobility over the years. In addition, the immune system starts to respond more slowly, leaving the body more vulnerable to infections, flu, and chronic diseases. The brain, in turn, is affected by the action of free radicals, accelerating the aging of nerve cells. This process can impair memory, concentration, and even logical reasoning. Blood circulation undergoes important changes, favoring the increase in blood pressure and the formation of fatty plaques in the arteries. These plaques increase the risk of cardiovascular diseases, such as heart attacks and strokes. The intestine also enters the list of organs that feel the impact of age. With the reduction of intestinal motility and the production of digestive enzymes, problems such as constipation and poor digestion become more frequent. But the most worrying thing is that many times, these changes are not immediately noticed. They accumulate over the years, creating a favorable scenario for the development of silent diseases. Fortunately, food plays a powerful role in preventing and even reversing many of these processes. There are nutrients capable of fighting inflammation, protecting cells, improving circulation, and strengthening the immune system. And the most surprising thing is that these nutrients are present in common, affordable, and natural fruits. But is it enough to eat any fruit? That's where a lot of people go wrong. Choosing the right fruits can make all the difference between aging with vitality or with limitations. And that was precisely the turning point in Dona Helena's life. She changed just a few foods and transformed her health after 60. Dona Helena was 63 years old when she began to realize that something was not right with her health. She felt constantly tired, with body aches and memory lapses that left her insecure in her daily tasks. Despite maintaining an apparently healthy eating routine, her exams showed no improvement. She believed she did everything right. I ate vegetables, avoided ultra-processed foods, and drank plenty of water. But even so, his disposition only diminished over time. It was then that, in a consultation, we decided to analyze in more depth the foods she consumed daily. What we discovered was something that many people ignore. They lacked essential nutrients in their diet, especially those that fight cellular aging and strengthen the body after 60. She hardly ate any fruits, and when she did, she always chose the same ones, without varying the types and colors. From this, we made a simple but strategic adjustment. We've included 7 specific fruits in your daily routine. No metabolic diets, no expensive supplements. Only natural, fresh fruits rich in bioactive compounds that act directly on the body's cells. In the first few weeks, the results began to emerge subtly but steadily. Dona Helena started to sleep better. His mornings, previously marked by joint pain and tiredness, were now lighter. She began to feel more lively, more active, with a desire to walk and move. But what surprised her most was the improvement in memory. She no longer forgot where she had put her keys, nor the next day's appointments. His mind seemed more awake, clearer. And it's all thanks to a small but mighty group of fruits. Fruits with anti-inflammatory, antioxidant action, rich in vitamins and minerals that, together, enhance the functioning of the body in a natural way. And if it worked for Donna Helena, why wouldn't it work for you? Now you will get to know each of these fruits, understand how they act in the body, and why they are indispensable for those over 60 years old. The first of them has an irresistible tropical flavor and acts directly on brain health and immunity. 7 fruits that can transform your health after 60. Fruit number 5 is the most shocking. 1. Mango, the undervalued fruit that boosts your memory and protects your immunity. Mango is one of the most common tropical fruits and, at the same time, one of the most underrated when it comes to health after the age of 60. What few know is that it has a veritable arsenal of essential nutrients for the proper functioning of the brain and immune system. Rich in vitamin A, mango acts to protect neurons and vision health, 2 aspects that tend to deteriorate with advancing age. Its antioxidants, such as zeaxanthin and beta-carotene, fight free radicals responsible for the premature aging of brain cells. And this effect is directly reflected in memory, concentration, and cognitive ability in general. In addition, mango contains vitamin C in good quantities, a fundamental nutrient to strengthen the body's defenses and reduce the incidence of infections. It is also an excellent source of soluble fiber, which improves intestinal transit and favors the absorption of nutrients. But the great differential of this fruit is in its bioactive compounds, such as mangiferin, which has anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective properties. These substances help preserve brain connections and slow cognitive decline. Another powerful benefit of mango is its influence on mood. It contains tryptophan, an amino acid that contributes to the production of serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitter. In other words, including mango in the diet can help not only with physical health, but also with emotional balance, an essential factor for a lighter and longer life. Donna Helena began to notice these changes in the first few weeks. His mind seemed more awake. She remembered more easily names, appointments, and even forgotten details of the past. But beware, the way you consume the mango makes all the difference. The ideal is to consume the fruit in its natural form, preferably with part of the peel, which concentrates powerful antioxidants. Avoid strained juices, as they lose much of the fiber, which is essential for glycemic control. An excellent combination is to mix mango with natural yogurt, creating a complete food for the brain, gut, and immunity. Another practical way is to use it in salads with green leaves, creating a nutritious and refreshing dish. And if you thought mango could make you fat, know that, when consumed in moderation, it is an ally of health and not of the scale. Just half a mango a day is enough to reap its benefits. This fruit was the first step in changing Donna Helena's life. But the journey continues with an intensely colored fruit, full of protective compounds, especially for the heart. And what it does in the body is surprising. 2. Purple grape, the powerful shield against heart attacks and brain diseases. The purple grape is much more than a sweet and tasty fruit. It is a true ally of cardiovascular and neurological health, especially for those over 60 years old. The secret lies in its peel and seeds, which concentrate high levels of an antioxidant called resveratrol. This compound has been widely studied for its potential to protect the heart, reduce inflammation, and improve blood flow. With advancing age, it is common for the arteries to become more rigid and susceptible to the accumulation of fat, which increases the risk of hypertension, heart attacks, and strokes. Resveratrol helps keep blood vessels more flexible, improves circulation, and contributes to balancing cholesterol levels. In addition, purple grapes also protect the brain. It improves brain oxygenation and helps preserve neural connections, reducing the risk of diseases such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. These protective effects happen thanks to the fruit's ability to fight free radicals, which damage cells and accelerate brain aging. Donna Helena had never paid much attention to the grapes. He consumed it a few times in his life, and always without the seeds. But when he introduced the daily consumption of grapes with skin and seeds, he noticed significant changes. The swelling in her legs decreased, physical disposition has increased, and even the tingling in her hands and feet, which once bothered her, has become rare. For those over 60 years old, the recommendation is to consume a handful of grapes a day, preferably in natura. Avoid industrialized juices, which lose a good part of the fibers and bioactive compounds during processing. And remember, the seeds, although hard, contain the most potent antioxidants in the fruit. Chewing them can be challenging at first, but the benefits are worth it. A practical tip is to combine grapes with chestnuts or walnuts, creating a balanced snack with good fats that help in the absorption of antioxidants. Another option is to add them to salads or yogurts, making meals more nutritious and enjoyable. It's amazing how such a small fruit can have such a big impact on the body. But the benefits don't stop there. There is another fruit, extremely popular, that can protect your bones, strengthen the immune system, and even reduce the risk of stroke. And you probably already have this fruit at home. 3. Orange, the natural weapon against stroke, osteoporosis and fatigue. Oranges are, without a doubt, one of the most consumed fruits in Brazil. But few know that, for those over 60 years old, it can be a true ally of bone, circulatory, and immune health. Its greatest highlight is the very high concentration of vitamin C, an essential nutrient for the production of collagen. Collagen is the protein that gives structure to bones, joints, skin, and blood vessels. With aging, its natural production decreases, making the body more vulnerable to fractures, joint pain, and flaccidity. By including oranges in the diet, it is possible to stimulate collagen synthesis, and thus maintain stronger bones and more protected joints. But the benefits don't stop there. Oranges also contain calcium and magnesium, minerals that are essential for maintaining bone density and preventing diseases such as osteoporosis. In addition, its flavonoids act directly on blood vessels, improving their elasticity and reducing inflammation, two factors that help prevent hypertension and stroke. Over the years, it is common for circulation to be compromised, increasing the risk of clot formation and heart problems. Orange acts as a silent ally in this fight, strengthening the cardiovascular system from the inside out. Donna Helena started to consume oranges every day, always with the bagasse, where the fibers that regulate the intestine and prevent blood sugar spikes are located. She noticed that, in addition to improving digestion, her morning joint pain decreased significantly. Energy has also increased. That feeling of fatigue after short walks gave way to a renewed disposition. It is important to note that the ideal consumption is the whole fruit and not the strained juice. When straining, most of the fiber is lost, and the impact of the natural sugar in the fruit becomes more aggressive to the body. A powerful way to enhance the benefits of oranges is to combine them with leafy greens, such as spinach or kale. This combination improves iron absorption and helps prevent anemia, a common problem in old age. But beware! Excessive consumption of oranges at night can cause digestive discomfort in some people due to their acidity. The ideal is to include it at breakfast or as an afternoon snack. With such a simple gesture, it is possible to take care of the heart, bones, and even boost the immune system. And if you think you've seen it all, the next fruit could be the key to solving something that many people overlook: lack of energy throughout the day. It is affordable, delicious, and can transform your mood. 4. Banana, the simple secret to more energy, good mood, and longevity. Bananas are one of the most present fruits on the Brazilian table, but what few know is that they are a powerful ally for health after the age of 60. Its nutritional composition is ideal for those looking for more disposition, emotional balance, and muscle protection. The main highlight of bananas is their high potassium content. This mineral is essential for regulating blood pressure, helping to prevent hypertension, which is one of the main causes of heart attacks and strokes in the elderly. Potassium is also essential for the proper functioning of muscles and the nervous system, preventing cramps, weaknesses, and tingling. But bananas go beyond physical health. It is rich in tryptophan, an amino acid that acts as a precursor to serotonin, the neurotransmitter responsible for the feeling of well-being and good mood. This action helps to combat symptoms of anxiety, irritability, and even insomnia, very common problems in old age. Donna Helena reported constant fatigue, even though she slept well at night. He also complained of mood swings and frequent feelings of discouragement. When we analyzed their diet, we realized that their potassium intake was below ideal. The simple inclusion of a banana a day brought noticeable changes. She started to wake up with more energy. The muscle pain subsided, and his mood became more stable, reflecting in more desire to live and move. Bananas also offer soluble fibers that help with intestinal transit, preventing constipation, a very common problem with advancing age. In addition, it contains natural prebiotics, which feed the beneficial bacteria in the intestine, promoting microbiota balance and strengthening immunity. The ideal consumption is 1 banana a day, preferably for breakfast or as a pre-workout for light activities, such as walking or water aerobics. It provides energy in a stable way and without causing glycemic peaks. To enhance its effects, an excellent combination is with oats, creating a complete and functional food for digestion and cardiovascular health. It can also be used in natural smoothies, without the need for sugar or sweeteners. Many people avoid bananas thinking that they are fattening, but this is a myth. In moderation, your glycemic index is balanced, and it contributes more to satiety than weight gain. An important detail: avoid overripe bananas, which have more sugar and less fiber. Prefer medium-ripe ones, which still preserve resistant starch, an essential nutrient for intestinal health. Bananas are a true natural fuel for the body and mind. But if you thought you had already discovered all the miracle fruits, get ready. The next fruit has an impressive effect on joints and memory, thanks to its good fats and unique nutrients. 5. Avocado. The food rich in good fats that renews your bones and your mind. Avocado is one of the most complete fruits when we talk about health after the age of 60. For a long time, it was unfairly avoided because of its high fat content. But today, science proves that the fats present in avocados are the most beneficial type for the body: monounsaturated fats. These good fats help reduce bad cholesterol and increase good cholesterol, protecting the heart and improving circulation. But the benefits of avocados go far beyond the cardiovascular system. It is rich in magnesium, potassium, and vitamin K, 3 nutrients that are fundamental for bone health. With aging, it is common for bone density to decrease, increasing the risk of fractures and osteoporosis. The vitamin K present in avocado helps in the fixation of calcium in the bones, while magnesium contributes to the formation and maintenance of bone structure. In addition, avocado is excellent for the brain. It contains choline, a substance that is essential for communication between neurons and for memory formation. The presence of antioxidants, such as lutein, protects brain cells from oxidative stress, slowing mental aging and helping to preserve cognitive functions. Donna Helena had never included avocado in her diet regularly. I thought it was too caloric and that I could gain weight. But when she started consuming it in small portions, a few times a week, she noticed significant changes. His concentration improved, the pain in the joints began to subside, and surprisingly, she started to sleep better, as avocado also helps regulate the sleep cycle. The fruit is also rich in fiber, which helps control blood glucose and promotes satiety, avoiding overeating meals. A simple and efficient suggestion is to consume 2 tablespoons of mashed avocado for breakfast, accompanied by oatmeal or seeds. Another practical way is to include it in salads, as a source of healthy fat and creamy texture. Avoid mixing it with sugar or condensed milk, as is common in some traditional recipes, as this reduces its benefits. The ideal is to consume it naturally, in light and nutritious preparations. Avocado is more than a fruit. It is a complete functional food, which acts on the brain, bones, digestion, and even mood. But we still have a lot to reveal. The next fruit is so common that you probably have it in the fridge right now. And even so, you may not yet know how much it can do for your heart and gut. 6. Apple. The common fruit that hides incredible power for your heart and intestines. The apple is one of those fruits that almost everyone consumes, but few understand the depth of its health benefits. It may seem simple, but its impact on the body is powerful, especially after the age of 60. Rich in soluble fiber, such as pectin, apples help control blood cholesterol levels. This fiber forms a gel in the intestine that binds to cholesterol and prevents its absorption, helping to protect the heart in a natural way. In addition, pectin also acts to control blood glucose, delaying the absorption of sugars and preventing glucose peaks, something essential for those who are already in old age. But the apple goes even further. It contains antioxidants such as quercetin, which has an anti-inflammatory effect and helps protect blood vessels against damage caused by free radicals. This effect is important for maintaining healthy circulation, reducing the risk of hypertension, and improving tissue oxygenation, including the brain. Donna Helena already ate apples, but always without peel. That's when we identified a common mistake. It is precisely in the peel that most of the antioxidants and protective compounds of the fruit are concentrated. By including the unpeeled apple in her daily diet, she noticed significant improvement in digestion, greater bowel regularity, and less bloating after meals. Another important benefit of the apple is in its prebiotic effect. It feeds the beneficial bacteria in the intestine, contributing to the balance of the microbiota, which, in turn, directly impacts immunity and nutrient absorption. The ideal recommendation is to consume 1 apple a day, with peel and preferably raw. It can be a practical snack, quick to prepare and easy to carry. It can also be used in preparations such as salads, accompanied by green leaves, chestnuts, and extra virgin olive oil, creating a perfect combination of flavor and health. Avoid industrialized versions, such as ready-made juices, or dehydrated apples with added sugar. The power of the apple is in the whole, fresh and natural fruit. This simple fruit can be a true ally to keep the heart working well, the intestine in balance and immunity strengthened. But if you think you've seen it all, get ready. The next fruit is a burst of vitamin C, and may be the key to warding off infections, strengthening bones, and protecting skin from premature aging. 7. Guava, the Brazilian superfruit that strengthens the body and prevents serious diseases. Guava is one of the most nutritious fruits, and despite this, it is still undervalued, especially by people over 60 years old. Rich in vitamin C, in an amount higher than orange, it strengthens the immune system, helps in healing, and improves the health of the skin, bones, and joints, thanks to the production of collagen that it stimulates. In addition, it contains lycopene, a potent antioxidant that fights premature aging and helps prevent degenerative diseases such as cancer. Donna Helena, for example, by including guava in her routine, noticed an improvement in immunity and skin firmness. The fruit is also rich in fiber, which regulates the intestine, controls cholesterol, and stabilizes blood glucose. Essential points for health in old age. It also offers potassium and magnesium, which contribute to muscle health and blood pressure control. To take advantage of all these benefits, the ideal is to consume it with peel and seeds, always in its natural form, avoiding sweets and industrialized juices. Simple, affordable, and functional, guava is a powerful ally for those who want to age with more vitality. Now, the next step is to learn how to include these fruits in your daily life in a light and practical way. How to include these fruits in your routine without changing your whole life. After the age of 60, many people believe that adopting a healthy diet requires radical changes. But the key lies in small, consistent adaptations. The inclusion of fruits in everyday life can be done in a simple way and integrated with the usual meals. Bananas, for example, go well with oatmeal and yogurt for breakfast, offering energy and fiber. Mango can be used in salads at lunch, and orange, consumed as a dessert with pagasse, helps in the absorption of iron. Purple grapes are great for an afternoon snack, accompanied by nuts, providing antioxidants and good fats. Avocado can be used for dinner or breakfast as a healthy alternative to sauces. Apples, practical and rich in fiber, are ideal between meals, and guava can be consumed pure or in smoothies with vegetable milk and ginger. To facilitate consumption, keep the fruits washed, cut and visible in transparent jars. The secret is in the variety and frequency, not the quantity. Avoid industrialized versions, such as ready-made juices or sweets, as they lose nutrients and contain extra sugars. With small adaptations and organization, it is possible to transform food with pleasure, lightness, and real health benefits. Dangerous myths about fruits that may be harming your health. Even with all the benefits that fruits offer, many myths still prevent their proper consumption, especially after the age of 60. One of the most common is the fear that fruits make you fat. Although some, such as bananas and mangoes, are more caloric, moderate and balanced consumption does not cause weight gain. On the contrary, its fibers increase satiety, regulate the intestine, and help control appetite. Another myth is that diabetics should avoid fruits. What should be avoided are industrialized juices and fruits with added sugar. Whole fruits rich in fiber, such as apples and guavas, are indicated with nutritional guidance. It is also not true that fruits should only be consumed in the morning. They can be included in any meal. Bananas and avocados, for example, help in the production of serotonin and improve sleep. Peels and seeds, often discarded, concentrate important antioxidants. As for ripeness, very ripe fruits have more sugar and less fiber, which requires attention to blood glucose control. Aging with quality depends on daily choices. Fruits are not magic, but they are powerful allies of physical and mental health. Dispelling these myths is essential for conscious eating and active aging. The first step is to decide to start. A final message for those who want to live longer and better from today. Aging does not have to be synonymous with limitations, pain, or fatigue. Contrary to what many people think, it is possible to live the best phase of life with vitality, energy, and health. Just make conscious and consistent choices. And these choices start on the plate. The fruits you have known so far are not just food. They are true natural remedies that act silently on every cell of your body, restoring, protecting, and strengthening. Donna Helena is living proof of this. With small changes in her diet, she transformed her body, her mind, and her willingness to live. And you can too. You don't have to do it all at once. Just start with one step, one fruit a day. A simple but powerful decision that can redefine the course of your health. And remember, no matter your age, it's always time to take care of yourself. Be kind to your body. Eat smart. Seek professional guidance if necessary. And above all, believe that it is possible to age with autonomy, joy, and well-being. Your body deserves this chance. And so do you.